there, creepers and thrill seekers. Welcome back to Midnight Scary Teller. I'm your host, diving deep into the shadows, and oh boy, this one's a beast. These stories have been clawing at my mind for weeks, demanding to be told. I tried to keep this short, but the spirits wouldn't let me. They're just too wild. So grab a blanket, kill the lights, plug in your phone, and let's get lost in the eerie unknown. Buckle up for some bone-chilling tales that'll make you question what's lurking in the dark. Picture this. I was chilling at home one evening, restless, so I stepped outside for some air. Our house is massive, with this quiet alley snaking behind the rooms. Suddenly I heard weird noises, soft at first, like whispers or giggles coming from the back street. Curiosity got me, so I crept around the corner and froze. There, under the dim streetlight, were 4 kids and a woman, their faces smeared with blood. The kids were playing, laughing like it was normal, but then the woman grabbed one of them. She squeezed its neck so hard it went limp, lifeless. Then the other 3, they started eating it. I stood there, heart pounding, unable to move. One kid's head snapped toward me, locking eyes, and flashed this creepy, twisted grin that wasn't human. I wanted to run, but my legs were like lead. It felt like a nightmare, but way too real. The kids swarmed me, closing in from every side, and the woman started walking toward me, her long, jagged nails glinting. I swear I saw my own death in her eyes. Next thing I knew, everything went black. I woke up the next morning in my room, head foggy. My mom was sitting beside me, murmuring protective verses. She looked worried, sick, and told me to rest. There was a bandage around my neck. Nobody could explain how it got there. They said they found me unconscious in the old storeroom, a dusty space locked from the outside for 2 years. No one ever went in there. I was in the hospital for 3 days after that, and the family was rattled. Was it a dream? A vision? I've heard tons of spooky stories before and never had anything happen, but this was different. And here's the kicker. Ever since we moved into that house, strange things kept happening. Why did we always chain the front door at night? One time, when everyone was asleep, the entrance gate started banging like someone was desperate to get in. My dad, the bravest of us siblings, went to check. Nothing. No one was there. Then there's the time my grandpa's friends stayed over. He got the upstairs guest room, but at midnight, he woke up to a room full of shadowy figures. They were just sitting there, staring, whispering, "Don't come back, this is our house." That guy bolted and never returned, not even for my grandpa's funeral years later. We called in a spiritual expert who did a cleansing ritual and gave us some advice. You can't leave this place, just coexist. Don't disturb them, and they won't disturb you. After that, things mostly calmed down. That whole spirit family's still around. We all feel them. One night I was on the terrace and caught a glimpse of a woman just standing there, watching me. I still get chills thinking about the random bouquet left outside my grandpa's door. In my uncle's room, toys would slide off shelves on their own. Once, my uncle tossed trash onto the small balcony, ignoring warnings. Big mistake. The spirits got mad. His kids started tripping on the stairs, unharmed but shaken. His youngest got these deep scratches on her arms, scars she still has. We cleaned up, made peace with gestures of respect, and things settled. Now and then we hear footsteps on the roof or kids laughing like they're playing up there. If you mess with their space without permission, trouble brews. We're not scared anymore. We've learned to share the house. But whew, my throat's dry from this. Stick with me. Growing up, our house had 4 rooms, each with a name. The main room, the middle one, the end room, and my brother's space. The end room was off limits, cursed vibes. No one prayed or slept there. My uncle said he'd see little kids playing at night while he tried to sleep. One evening, he was frying an egg when a voice behind him said, "I want some too." He turned to see a dark, chubby kid standing there. He gave it the egg, but my dad later had it tested. Poisoned, no supernatural stuff, just weird. Dad's friend, who knew spiritual protections, gave my uncle some blessed words and a sealed cloth, saying, "Don't open it, or they'll come back." That night, my uncle dreamed of spirits packing up from the upstairs storage and moving next door. Sure enough, the neighbors started hearing toys clatter, kids cry, random voices. In 2015, I was 15, sick with a fever, sleeping in my uncle's room. It was dawn, light barely creeping in. I woke up and saw a woman's long hair dangling over me. I shook my uncle awake, terrified. As he stirred, the room's bulb flicked on by itself. Nothing there. Months later, I was on the couch. My uncle and sister were in the end room. I opened my eyes to see a woman in a red wedding gown by my sister. I shut my eyes, pretending to sleep. Didn't want to deal. In 2016, studying alone in the end room for exams, I felt watched. A woman's shadow appeared in the doorway light, gone when I turned. I ran to my uncle's room. In 2017, during a fasting period, I woke pre-dawn to a woman in black on the sofa, her long hair flowing. I recited protective words, got up, and bolted. Later, my uncle's alarm went off. No one there. Nothing like that's happened since, but at 15, I'd feel presences in the house's corner. Shadows, vanishing items. Once, alone with my sister during a family funeral, I felt someone sit on my bed and press my leg hard. Pain hit. I sat up. Nothing. Whispers called my name at night. No loud noises, just eerie. I'd wake with scratches on my arms, no memory of it. Family thought I was sleepwalking or joking. My voice changed once, eyes wild. I got angry, even tried choking my sister in a rage. A healer gave me blessed water, said we had to move. The entity was ancient, tied to the land. We left Pakistan for Los Angeles soon after. All was quiet at first. In LA, my uni dorm had a bad rep. My roommate warned of paranormal stuff from a past tenant. I laughed it off. From my window, I could see another building. I'd wave to a girl there, signal to chat, then meet downstairs. Let's call her Nye. We became buddies. Me, her, my flatmate. We'd hang, but she always wanted just us, no third wheels. After 6 months, during a vacation, we tried reaching her after a Vegas trip. No answer. Her department said no student named Nye existed. A uni friend dug up records. 7 years ago, an Indian-American girl, Nye, lived there, died by suicide after a breakup. We'd still see her shadow sometimes, even met her outside a bar once. A spiritual guide said, "Don't engage, she'll fade." We moved after a year. I still wonder about her phone number, the car we rode in, who owned them. In 2015, post-exams, I was playing cricket with friends. We tossed, our team batted, but everyone but me suddenly got sick. Alone on the field at 2 p.m., I bowled when a massive stone rolled toward me. No animal, just moved. Then a hand on my shoulder, a tall figure with an old friend's face smiling weirdly. I ran. The friend fainted on the way. Woke at 10 p.m., family worried. No one believed me. Things got worse. I felt controlled, scared constantly, blacked out for days, self-harmed. Saw spirits, good and bad. One healer died trying to help. Another, a wise elder, appeared in dreams, used rituals to stabilize me. Moving that stone saved a spirit's child. They were grateful. Now in Australia, that protective spirit's with me after 10 years. I sense entities have spirit friends. True story, believe it or not. My grandma had a gifted chain from her dad, said to hold protective energies passed down generations. After her early death, my mom got it but didn't care much. Life was fine until marriage, fights with dad, feeling watched. They moved to Karachi, renting, but hauntings followed. Odd activities, forced moves. A spiritual advisor said the chain's guardians were upset at neglect, causing chaos. Cleansings revealed an amulet and flower with curses for ruin. Issues eased, but mom's health tanked. They stay with you forever, cook extra food for them. Now at 3 a.m., roof footsteps, whispers, fans off, routers fall, slippers vanish, pillows shake. Food shrinks, they join our festivals. Our dog overate and died. Gates lock themselves. We coexist. It's normal. My cousin Dhruv saw a shadowy figure in the fields, like a vampire or entity. Ignored it. His wife went to the bathroom at 2 a.m., didn't return, found unconscious. Later, she recalled 41 faces demanding worship. She resisted, heard sacred prayers, passed out. Healed with blessings, she's cautious, under treatment, sees a spiritual guide regularly. Aunt used sorcery via a witch to split my parents over jealousy. Divorced in 2004, I saw mom's shadow luring me. Remarried 2007. Brother born 2009, spoke early, loved me. The entity, a jinn in love with me, posed as mom, fed me, hugged via brother. Tried strangling me when I left for college, exorcised, revealed aunt's plot. Here's a fresh one from a listener in Chicago. Thanks, Alex, for sharing. When Alex was 19, he moved into a creaky old apartment near his college. The place was cheap, but it came with a catch, a massive, ornate mirror in the hallway that gave him the creeps. It was bolted to the wall, impossible to move. At night, he'd avoid looking at it. Something about it felt wrong. One stormy night, he was up late studying when the power flickered. The room went dark, except for a faint glow from the mirror. Curious but uneasy, he approached and saw himself. But not quite. The reflection smirked in a way he never would, eyes glinting red. He backed away, heart racing, but the reflection didn't move, it just stared. Then it raised a hand and waved. Alex swears he didn't move his arm. He stumbled to his room, locked the door, and stayed up till dawn, reciting every prayer he knew. The next day, he asked the landlord about the mirror. The old man went pale and said it came with the building, left by a tenant who vanished decades ago. Rumors said the tenant dabbled in dark rituals, binding something to the mirror. Alex started noticing scratches on his door, like nails dragging, and his reflection always seemed off, like it was watching him. One night, he heard whispers from the hallway, like a crowd chanting his name. He called a local priest, who blessed the apartment and covered the mirror with a cloth, warning, "Don't uncover it, ever." Things quieted, but Alex moved out soon after. He still checks every mirror he passes, afraid to see that smirk again. Creepy, right? Makes you wonder what's really looking back at you. Man, these stories are wild. Can a spirit really fall in love with you and follow you across cities? Are mirrors gateways or just tricks of the mind? I'm still shook from Alex's tale. That mirror business is next level creepy. What do you think? Have you ever seen something in the dark that you can't explain? Drop your stories in the comments. I read every one, and the best might make it into our next episode. Hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next haunt. My throat's begging for a break, so I'll catch you in the shadows for second episode. Stay spooky, creepers.